back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
It's got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
They're going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Ultra.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Steal. Ready?
And they'll give them another shot here on the ground. The Jets at 4-5, a game under 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Go ultra. Real green.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. They'll drop to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come play.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
Strike! Strike! Black Ultra!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Jets will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that block.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
On the set!
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go!
2nd and 10.
Strike! Check! Strike!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that is gonna be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Extra point forthcoming.
And it's good to make it 14-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And going deep for Hill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Echols. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of the first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Striker, 3-3.
He'll drop to throw. He's got it at the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Check right. Right, 97. Watch out now, 50 Fury.
On play action, they'll throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Austin Hooper from 6 yards away. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 2. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime.
Let's go.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Claws red. Ultra. Red. Yellow.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Fielded just inside the 30. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Jets are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Hey, go Fury.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Fielded at the 33. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. from the gun. He'll hand this off. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
2nd and 5. Rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he is going to lose yardage here. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. That gain on third down, good for 28. They go play action here on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw here. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one by the line of scrimmage.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And now here's another interception. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Austin Hooper. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. Touchdown, Miami. From 17 yards out.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
They'll try and throw for it.
So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here we go.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
3-3.
They'll look to throw here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Ready up.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyree Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the night.
And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Here we go.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Here we go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now back to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hey, computer. Ultra. Go ultra. Smash, left.
Down, they'll go to the ground attack. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far.
A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked off by Ashton Davis.
And the Jets are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Jets, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.
I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game.